John Dutton is gone. The patriarch of the Yellowstone ranch, a man whose presence was as vast and unyielding as the land he loved, has taken his final breath. The news echoes across the plains, reverberating through the valleys and over the hills, a chilling whisper in the wind, carrying with it a sense of foreboding and loss. The heart of the Yellowstone has stopped beating. The ranch, once vibrant and full of life, now feels like a hollow shell. Was it his own hand that brought this end? Or did a shadow fall upon him, silencing him forever? The questions linger, unanswered, casting a dark pall over the land. The ranch is in mourning, but beneath the grief simmers suspicion. Something is wrong. The air is thick with unspoken fears and doubts. The air itself crackles with it. John was strong, a pillar of resilience and determination. He was a force of nature, a man who seemed invincible. To think he chose this path, it defies belief. The very idea seems impossible to those who knew him. His son Kayce feels it most. The weight of his father's legacy now rests heavily on his shoulders. A cold knot of doubt twists in his gut, gnawing at him day and night. Kayce, hardened by years of conflict, trusts his instincts. He knows something isn't right. His father wouldn't surrender so easily. John Dutton was a fighter, a man who faced every challenge head-on. There is more to this story, a deeper mystery that needs to be unraveled. A darker truth waiting to be unearthed, hidden in the shadows of the past. Kayce, fueled by grief and suspicion, becomes a bloodhound on a scent. His father's death haunts him, a shadow that refuses to fade. His eyes, hardened by loss, miss nothing. Every detail, every nuance is a clue in his relentless pursuit of the truth. He stares down at the coroner's report, each word a pebble on his father's grave. Suicide? He scoffs, the word tasting bitter on his tongue. John Dutton, battling for his land, for his family, his entire life, wouldn't surrender to despair. This was murder, plain and simple, and Kayce knew it in his bones. He confronts Jamie, his adopted brother, a man of ambition and secrets. The air between them is electric, charged with unspoken accusations. The tension crackles between them, thick enough to cut with a knife. Words are exchanged, sharp and biting, each one a dagger aimed at the heart. Kayce's accusations hang in the air, heavy and sharp. He doesn't hold back, his voice a weapon honed by pain and anger. Jamie, pale and sweating, denies everything. His words are frantic, desperate, but they lack the ring of truth. But his eyes betray him, flickering with fear and guilt. They dart around, searching for an escape, but there is none. The truth buried deep is beginning to claw its way out. It won't be silenced, and Kayce is determined to unearth it, no matter the cost. The pieces fall into place, a grim puzzle revealing a chilling picture. Jamie, blinded by greed and resentment, had sought a way out from under John's shadow. The solution came in the form of Sarah, a woman as beautiful as she was ambitious. Together they spun a web of deceit, a deadly bargain with consequences they never imagined. They hired assassins, shadows in the night, to do their dirty work. Their target, John Dutton. Sarah, consumed by paranoia, realizes the depths of her actions. Every decision, every step she took, now weighs heavily on her conscience, gnawing at her sanity. The weight of their crime threatens to crush her. It's a burden too heavy to bear, a constant reminder of the irreversible damage done. She tries to escape, to outrun the truth, but it's a race she can't win. No matter how fast she runs, the shadows of her past are always a step behind, haunting her every move. As she speeds down a deserted highway, fear her only companion, a black SUV appears in her rearview mirror. The sight sends a chill down her spine, a harbinger of the inevitable confrontation. Her phone slips from her grasp as a gunshot echoes, silencing her forever. The sound reverberates through the empty road, a grim punctuation to her desperate flight. Justice, it seems, has a way of catching up. It may be slow, it may be delayed, but it is relentless, unyielding in its pursuit. But it's a cold comfort to the Dutton family, forever marked by betrayal and loss. Their grief is a wound that time cannot heal, a scar that will never fade. The question remains, will Jamie pay for his sins, or will he slither back into the shadows, forever haunted by the consequences of his actions? His fate hangs in the balance, a precarious tightrope between redemption and damnation. The Yellowstone waits, holding its breath, bracing for the storm to come. The land itself seems to sense the turmoil, the brewing conflict that threatens to engulf everything in its path.